guys, I am Marina with Arkansas Amdream, and today I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, in front of the Dorcus house with a very special friend of mine, Miss Dorcus.
Yes, Dorcus Van Gilst.
And just to clarify, I know it's an amazing coincidence that you have a name that is similar to the name of the house. So could you tell me how that happened?
Sure. Well, the Dorcus house was named after the Dorcas in Acts chapter 9, verse 36, who was a woman who took care of the poor. I'm the 12th of 16 children, so my parents ended up naming me Dorcas. And so the Dorcas house was formed in like 93, actually in 1980, and then it moved here in 1993. And I came in like the fall of 2006 as an intern finishing my master's degree. And in 2007, I was hired as the director. So I was the director for about 10 years. And then I became the executive director of the Union Rescue Mission, which has the Dorcas House, Nehemiah House, Happy Gray Stores, things like that.
It's amazing. So basically, this job is your calling because your name is the same name. So I'm going to turn the camera around and ask you some questions. And you guys, we're about to go on a tour, right?
Yes, of the house.
Okay, great. So let me turn the camera around. I'm going to show the sign. And you said the location is public, so where are you guys located?
The location is 823 South Park Street, and so we're not a hidden location. We have good security, so you can bring donations here. Obviously, you could come here if you need help, but also generally people come because they call our number, which is 501-374-4022, and we're extension 3, and they can do an intake over the phone, and then we decide whether or not they can come in and give them a lot of information about our programs, because our programs are really structured. They're 9 to 12 months. They live here. They get a lot of classes and counseling and help, and then if they graduate, they can even go into a work program or education program and live here longer to save money or become further educated. And generally we have around, we usually have around 40 to 50 women and children living here. Right now we have more like 30 because of COVID. Because we kept in isolation for a while, and then we actually had a round of COVID. So then we were in quarantine for a while, and so now we're back open. We're taking clients, but we're taking them into quarantine and having them tested and things like that. So it makes our numbers lower, but our website is Mission LR, like for Little Rock, so the letter R, and the word mission, and then LR.org. And so you can find us there, and we have an upcoming fundraiser, October the 4th through the 7th. It's an online auction, so I think they said 140 items.
Oh wow!
And it's all donated, so all the proceeds will go to the mission. And we absolutely we exist because of donors. We did get some government funding during COVID, but that's the only government funding we've gotten so far. Clearly, we don't get any. And we are the largest service provider to the homeless in Central Arkansas. And we don't get it because the Word of God is mandatory in our program. Obviously, people, it's not mandatory that they become Christians, but it's just mandatory that they hear the Word of God. And so, at the same time, we have a really high success rate, and we love what we do. Our staff is all very dedicated. I tell them they have to be because nobody makes very much money, but they have to do it because they. It's a tough job, really rewarding, really hard. But yeah, as a life work, I love it, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Yeah.
So, take a tour.
Yes, and just to sum up, I know we said Dorcas house, but what is the Dorcas house?
So the Dorcas house has women and children who live here. The women are either in a domestic violence recovery program or a drug and alcohol recovery program. That being said, we also take people who, let's say, are aging out of foster care and they need to have a place to live and learn life lessons. We take people who are coming out of human trafficking because obviously they've been through a lot of abuse. And so there's a lot of other instances where there's a lot of times when people ask us, do you do like this? And I say, well, we don't, but we will if we need to. So there's a lot of things we do if we need to. We do take people on an emergency basis when we can, when they're in danger, and then if they don't want to stay with our program, that's fine. We give them a few days to kind of figure that out, and then we help them get to a program that they want to go to if ours isn't a good fit for them. And we do try to really also share resources with elderly shelters, and just try to really be in community with them. When we have extra, we take it to them, and sometimes they can share with us. And so it's beautiful. It's grown a lot in the 14 years I've been here. Any other questions?
Yeah, we are so excited to see the place, and I know that we can. It is a, quite confidential and safe place. So there's only so much we can see, you guys. But if anybody needs help, they just call that phone number, right?
Yes. And we have had people run up to the door. And obviously, if you're in our neighborhood and you need help, we would want you to run up to the door or do whatever is necessary to get here, because we want to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Even if it's just momentary. And so the Dorcus house is over 15,000.
I mean, look how gorgeous it is. You guys really have worked hard to make
built
it comfortable.
To be the Dorcus house. We sleep around 65. That's not including the pack and plays for the babies and children. And we have quite a few babies right now.
Yeah. So do you guys work with law enforcement if you need any help?
Definitely.
Okay.
And they actually, I think it's already open. So yes, our biggest sources of referrals are probably the police, DHS, churches, and hospitals. Those are probably our highest ones. So this is just our foyer.
I mean, look at this. It's so beautiful.
We have a staff office on this side. We have offices on this side for intake and paperwork and things like that. So this is even when you donate, if you want to come in and get a tax receipt, this is where you would come right in here. We have interns that are finishing their masters in counseling and psychology.
Yeah.
And they come and they help us, and they kind of office out of this area too. And so upstairs, there's a chapel on the left and an apartment for a staff person on the right. And so if you want to follow me, I'll take you back to the kitchen. Yes. We have, this is the medication room. We have a medical person that comes in, volunteers once a week to kind of fill up their weekly dispensers. And we have med-call, and they do it with her, they actually do it. And then we have med-call twice a day. This is an elevator. We have one for people who are not able to use the stairs.
That's so good. And so you guys cook in here?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
My, that's
the ladies,
good.
the clients do all the cooking, all the cleaning. And they usually really love cooking.
Oh, that's good. Look, you have everything. Look at all those utensils. You ready?
Yes, it's a commercial kitchen. It's fully commercial kitchen. We have even a walk-in freezer, a walk-in refrigerator. We have an indoor pantry and outdoor pantry. Commercial stove, with vent hood and oven. And yeah, this is the dining room where they eat. And so I'm just gonna kind of And then if you look down this hallway is laundry room, and where they're all on a laundry schedule. This is a room that actually has shoes in all different sizes, because we have a clothing room too. We have stores where they can get any of the clothes they need for free, but when they first come in, a lot of times they don't have any clothes. So we have like sweats and just really casual clothes, because we want them to be able to go ahead and take a shower right away, be comfortable, be able to lay down and get something to eat. And so we do have some client rooms down here, these for quarantine or for women who have older sons. And
so these are the rooms when they first come in?
If they're in quarantine, yes. It's like down here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take you upstairs.
Okay.
And there's down here is like a daycare, there's a hygiene room. The daycare is not staffed from the outside, it's the moms take turns, or the clients take turns, like watching children, like say during class, stuff like that. So the moms are always here in the building. And we also have a hygiene room. So the hygiene room is really organized so that they get the stuff they need when they first come, but then also once a month they turn in a hygiene slip, and then they can just go ahead and go back in the hygiene room and get what they need. So like when you guys donate hygiene items, whether that's makeup, diapers, anything like that, it's all put in there and it's all organized so they can get exactly what they need.
Yeah, this is amazing. It is one of the most organized, cleanest places I've ever seen. Yeah, it smells so good in here. So you guys clean here regularly, I can tell.
Yes, they do too. And we do room checks, and we do, we do chore checks and things like that. This is the chapel.
Yeah, so you guys, this is one of the few Christian-based shelters, which is so special. And I love how you guys do so much emphasis on education.
Yes.
Like, I love it.
Yes, and we, this room is the only room that's open 24 hours a day. So if somebody wakes up in the middle of the night, they can come in here, they can put on, there's all kinds of worship CDs or classical music. They can listen to that. This is a no talking area, so like if somebody is in here and they are being by themselves, somebody can't come in and start chit-chatting with them. They have to just leave them be, and they can't switch the music until that person leaves. And so we want them to be able to do that. And then there's a worship time every morning for like 30 minutes. Sometimes, most of the time, sometimes they do DVDs now or YouTube videos because of COVID, we now have a large screen TV, thanks to Parkway Place Baptist. And so they can do that, or sometimes I come in and lead worship, or they listen to CDs. And then this is obviously the elevator again. We have a staff office here. And then I'm going to show you the day room. I don't know if anybody's in here. Anybody doesn't want to be on Facebook Live, then okay. Okay, so this is the day room. So it's a beautiful room. And a lot of this furniture was donated from Ashley Furniture.
It's so nice.
Yes, it's beautiful. And so this is just where they kind of hang out in the evenings. They watch movies or television shows. And there's a staff office over here. And I'm gonna I don't know how to group these. We have a library over there. It's clear. So this is a library. And it's still a little disorganized, but that picture I bought to go up on this wall, I haven't done it yet. But so like this is the children's side, and then we have the adult side over here. But the way the furniture is arranged, you can tell it's also a really good setting for like
pineapple.
For like groups. So it's a really intimate setting for groups, and for them to do like let's say like childhood sexual abuse recovery. They want to sit in like a quiet, intimate setting where the women feel safe, and then where they can even kind of decompress at the end of the group before they go back out into the house. There's a lot of intense work that's done. I'm
sure.
Yeah, counseling sessions sometimes happen in here, and then also obviously it's for reading or getting books. And so we do get books donated. Sometimes we kind of rotate out ones that have been here for quite a while and send it to our Happy Grace store and bring in more new ones. And so yeah, this is a really productive spot.
Yeah,
and then let's see, I'm going to show you down one hallway. And we have a closet here that we stock after Christmas, and then we restock it when we get new toys, so that we always have things for children whenever they first come in. And so like most of the time when children come in, they don't have any toys. And so what we want to do is like be able to go in and get them like brand new toys. Makes it exciting,
Yeah.
And then at Christmas, like I said, we restock it again. So this is one wing of the upstairs. This is the wing for drug and alcohol. So like each room, this room has four sets of bunk beds. This one has 2, and that one has 7.
So these are the rooms, okay.
Yes. And then that's the bathroom down there, and they all share that bathroom. So I honestly don't know who's in these rooms. So some of them may not have thought of a room check this morning, but you can kind of see, like if you look over here, this is so 2 ladies, and then so this person on top has those 2 drawers. She has those 2. They share a nightstand usually, and then they each have 2 drawers on the wardrobe. They have half of the wardrobe and then half of the top of the wardrobe. And so again, each day they have to make their beds. You can see this side too. And we try to arrange it to where they have as much privacy as possible. Usually at the top bunks we have bed rails because we want to make sure people feel safe. And
I love that yes, they have a sleeping, but this is not their final destination. I love that you give them the space, but then you equip them to move forward, right? You help them with jobs or resumes, anything they need.
That's all part of our programming. Yes.
Yeah.
Like they actually do a resume. They do mock interviews. We even have some career counseling.
What about dress code? You help them with how to dress?
Oh, sure, yeah. Because we have all of our stores have only high-end and brand new clothes. So they shop for free at any of our stores. And the staff there even helps them put together outfits, shows them how to put together different things. And then we actually encourage them once they graduate to stay and go through our work program. And so in the work program, they save everything but like $80 a month. That is, paying anything they need to pay. And then we want them to save up so that they can either buy a used car, or they just even have plenty of money so that when they move out they can pay for utilities and things like that. But then also they are able to get anything they need at our stores. They just go and pick stuff out. Ashley Furniture has donated some stuff to a lot of the clients, and then our guys load it up, take it to their apartment, put it in their apartment for them. And then we even have donors that will come, and volunteers that will help them decorate.
Aww.
And then from then on, we still want to be a resource for them. So let's say they need like Christmas presents for their children, or birthday presents, or if they just need some extra groceries or hygiene products, we really want to always stay in relationship with them. And that it's worked really well. So you can see how it's like a very holistic approach, as in we cover everything from their emotional, psychological. We have therapists. We take them to any appointments they need, like with a psychiatrist, DHS, anything like that. And then at the same time, we have nutrition classes and exercise classes. And then also, on the other hand, it's very practical, like how to do your budget, how to balance your checkbook, how to do your taxes, and then parenting. And it's not just like not just like kind of theoretical approaches to parenting, but it's like nuts and bolts of like how do you do this, or how do you manage this? Everything from like when they're tiny babies, like when do you start them on solid foods, or all the way up to teenagers, and like how do you handle that, and how do you keep your relationships healthy and with good boundaries. And we actually a lot of times have the class boundaries. We have we call Keep Your Love On, Breaking Free. And then, like I said, workforce preparedness, relapse prevention. There's just a lot that goes into it. And so our heart is to have them really prepared to be independent when they move out, and at the same time have us as a continual resource.
That's amazing. And can you imagine, they're going to learn so much, and hopefully they will pay it forward and help somebody else. I mean, so much knowledge, and this is incredible that you guys share. So you have people on staff that teach them, or there's somebody who comes in and teaches them?
Well, we have people and staff that do. Okay. A lot of the classes are taught by our interns, and because they're kind of psychoeducational classes and groups. And then we have some volunteers that might really like that's their area of expertise, or they've taught that class for a long time, or that type of thing. And we do have some people that do some mentoring if needed. A lot of that's done through the church that they go to, and we are completely non-denominational as far as like we're supported by every denomination, and that's what we even ask our volunteers to just really keep the main thing to not confuse them. And again, it's worked really well. And even just we have 3 stores now. We're really technically 5.
Yeah, tell me more about the stores. What are they?
Stores are there's one in Sherwood. Our first one was in Sherwood. It's in the Indian Head Shopping Center, across from Shotgun Dan's on Keel. So we started out with just clothing, and so that's Happy Gray Fashions. Well, that is men, women, and children's. Clothes, shoes, handbags, everything, hats, everything you can imagine, jewelry. And so all of it, again, is, especially for the women, it's really just high-end and brand new. Children, it's more, it doesn't have to be high-end, but it has to be in really good shape. Same thing with the men. All of it is steamed before it's put on the floor. It's all beautifully displayed. It's all rotated, and all of it is like, all the pants are $5. All the tops are $4. So they're very cheap. And so and all of the money goes right back to the Dorcus house. And so then that was so successful that we opened Happy Gray Furnishings right next door, which is all furniture, home decor, bedding, dishes, books, things for men, yard stuff. And again, it is beautiful. It's kind of like you have to really see it to, I remember when Craig O'Neill was there for our grand opening, and he kept saying, Dorcus, it just smells so good in here.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I don't know what you guys use, how you clean.
Right.
But
so our clothes are clean, and then we also have one in Happy Gray Celine, which is in Benton. It's right in front of Tinseltown Theater, right beside Domino's, and it again has men, women's, children, and furniture. And then our other store is in West Little Rock. It's on Highway 10. It's right by Fuller & Son Hardware, and that's called Happy Gray West. And it's smaller, so it has only women's clothing. It doesn't have children's or men's or furniture. It's just way too small for that, but it's beautiful. And so if you can donate at any of those sites, you can shop at any of those sites, and again, all of your money spent there just goes right back here to the Dorcus house. And our stores have made a profit since the first month we opened them. They've done fantastic. And it's really, and when we like have too much inventory, they have $1 a day sale, everything's $1, and then we start again. And so you can go to our website again, or Facebook page, Union Rescue Mission, and there's a Happy Gray Facebook page, and that Happy Gray has like outfits from all 3 stores that they'll post, and you can ask like how much they are, what size they are, that kind of thing. Some people even buy them. They'll go ahead and pay for them online. They hold them at the store and let them come in and buy them and pick them up. And so yeah, if you want any more information, you can go to our website. My email is Dorcus actually it's Steve and Gills, so you'd have to kind of look at it on the website.
Yeah.
And on the website, but it has all of our emails, and you can, if you need more information, feel free to reach out to me. And if you're in domestic violence and you're not even sure you're in domestic violence, feel free to email me, and I'll just really walk through that with you, or send me a friend request and let me know that you saw me on here, and I will accept your friend request and we can chat on Messenger and see if I can help you. But I'm absolutely available as much as I can be.
Yeah, and thank you for being available today. What do women say? What feedback do you get? Do they feel safe, happy, encouraged, ready to go to the world? Like, what do they say?
After they've been here for a while, when they first come, honestly, it's very weird for them because most of them have lived in chaos for a long time. So generally, it's very uncomfortable at first.
Okay.
I even had a lady tell me the other day, a staff member told the lady, she's like, oh, I know they seem weird. She said, I thought they were a cult because I just kept thinking they can't be this nice. And we understand that because they're not coming, they're just coming from a place of chaos and pain. And so when they come, our first thing is we want you to eat. We want you to have something to drink. We want to make sure that you have clean clothes and hygiene products and everything to get clean and safe and fed. And then slowly, we know it takes a while to earn trust and things like that. And there's a lot of times, like, for instance, like when I have to sit down with a woman about something that she did that wasn't okay, a lot of times they get very defensive and they want to blame shift and they want to lie. And so I do a lot of like saying, I understand that the place you came from, it was very dangerous to ever do something wrong. And I get that, but this is a safe place to be wrong. Like, I'm wrong, we're all wrong. All of us will have to apologize at some point. If you're waiting for me to be perfect, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. All I'm looking from you is just to accept that and just say, yeah, I did that, I was wrong. And I'll be like, okay, so let's learn from that. Let's learn and move on. And so once they've been here, I mean, yeah, they do love it. And they do, most of them, I mean, I stay friends with them even on Facebook after they graduate and after they've left. And we have a sweet bond, and you know, I love hearing about their whether it's their marriages or their babies or their jobs or their children that are now graduating, you know, all those beautiful things. And there's just, I mean, since I've been here, I mean, I would say probably hundreds to thousands of them. We usually have about 350 women and children who come through here every year. And but yes, eventually they are the best testimony we have. They are the ones that even refer people here a lot.
So how does it make you feel?
I mean, of course I love it.
Yeah.
And again, there's days that are hard and things that are very tragic, but there's also really beautiful things that happen on a consistent basis that you know, keep us doing it, keep us going, keep us getting up and coming to work again the next morning. So thanks, you guys, and if you want any information, just let me know.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn the camera around and ask you one more question as we finish the interview. You guys, I hope that you feel uplifted. I feel like this place is like a miracle for so many ladies, and I am so grateful that you chose to even do this and have this as your career. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Now, just for your your professional opinion, why such establishment is important to have in any community? Because where I come from, I've never heard of women's shelters in my life. I'm from Ukraine. Well, it maybe has changed now, but when I was growing up. So why do you think this is important at all?
Well, a lot of the women that have come here actually hadn't heard of us either and didn't know that there was an option. So I remember a lady that had 5 children. She came here, and she was one of the ones that said, she told me, she's like, the peace was unnerving. She was like, I hated it. She was like, I almost wanted to pick a fight just because I couldn't stand the peace. But, you know, I remember her and I talking one night, and she said, I've left so many times, and every time I would end up like in a park with my kids, sleeping in the car, sleeping in the park. And eventually they would be dirty, they would be hungry, they would be cold. And she said, and I would ask myself, like, is it worth it to go back home? And so know that I'm gonna get beaten, but they will get a bed to sleep in the night. They'll get food, they'll get warm, and they'll get a bath. And I would decide again, it was worth it, and I would go back. But once she knew about the Dorcas house, she never went back. She actually got her degree. She's still doing great. I still hear from her from time to time. She's even had more children, and but she's an amazing woman. But I think that's the thing is, like, if there is no place to go, it's hard to leave. The most dangerous time to leave an abusive relationship, or the most dangerous time of abusive relationship, is when you leave. So you need to have a good plan. You need to have a plan for safety. You need to know where you're going. You need to make sure that honestly, it's a safe plan, as safe as you can make it, even if it means you call the cops and have the cops pick you up and bring you here. I mean, I would say absolutely, they do that. I mean, they'll show up at the gate, ring the gate, and we're like, we have a client, and we want them here, and we want to help you. So yeah, it's a necessary part, but at the same time, it's an incredibly valuable part, because these women, by and large, they want to go forward. They want to be free. They don't want to live that way. And they certainly don't want their children to live that way. And even with drugs and alcohol, they don't want to be they don't want to be addicted. I mean, who does? But they have to know that somebody cares enough to do the hard work. And there's a lot of times, a family will try to do it and it goes very badly. And I'm like, but you're called to be their mom, not their therapist, or you're called to be their mom, not their sponsor. And that's okay, because that's you do your role, we'll do ours, and let us help you help them. And so a lot of times when I'm asking the public, and what I'll ask you guys now, is just to help us help them, because we want to.
And I also want to ask the ladies, accept the help.
Yes.
Sometimes me personally, I don't need help, I'm good on my own, I got this. But sometimes you gotta realize that there are people here who are professional, like they've seen it all, and they really can help you. And I know it's so hard to break out from the place that you've known for so long, but know that there is a better place.
Yes.
Like Dorcas house, and better people who really care about you. So.
And you can compare. I just want to emphasize, this is not only free, but like we'll pay for everything you need while you're here. Like on your medications, we'll pay your copays. We're going to provide your clothes, your food, your hygiene products. We're going to provide what you need. Not always what you want, but and sometimes you stuff you've always wanted. But we will provide all that. So don't let that stand in your way, because a lot of times in abuse or in addiction, you've burned your bridges, or you don't have anybody to support you. And that, again, that's what we do, and we want to do it and do it well. And and I know during all the time of isolation, there's been so much more abuse, because people are stuck in the house or in that place with the abuser, and they can't escape. But if you have a chance to, come, and we want you.
Yeah, I remember a story I saw on some TV show that she took, Facebook, that she took a dog to a vet.
Oh yeah.
You probably saw that video.
And then told them.
And then she slipped the note to the staff of the vet, and the vet called and saved her. So do what you can. And you guys, in this place, me coming, being an immigrant, meaning minority, this place doesn't discriminate. They welcomed me with open arms even to do this interview. So don't be, no matter who you are, how you look like, where you're from, what disease you may have, like, these are the people that have medical staff, and they know, they work, diversity groups, all religions, or even if you don't believe at all, like just come and be safe.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye guys.